In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to use a minor 7 flat 5 chord 5 different ways. I got this idea because I've done several of these studies, self-comping studies, chord studies, that sort of thing. And I noticed, well, I use this voicing or some slight variation of it fairly regularly, and so I thought it'd be an interesting little mini lesson to show you how this works. If you want to get the companion PDF for this lesson, you can find a link to that in the video description. So let's just jump right into it. Here's 5 ways to use a minor 7 flat 5 chord voicing. Now the voicing I'm going to use is E minor 7 flat 5 at the 7th fret. And here's 5 ways you can use that voicing. The first is simply as a 2 chord in a minor 2-5-1. So if this is E minor 7 flat 5 and it's 2, that means we're in the key of D minor. So here's a 2-5-1 in the key of D minor. The second way you can use this is as a C9 chord. So here's my E minor 7 flat 5 voicing. Now with the C bass, kind of cheating, wrapping my thumb over there, but you can get a sense of what that chord sounds like with the bass note. So if it's C9, and if C is the 5 chord, then that means it's in the key of F. So here's a 2-5-1 in the key of F using that voicing. The third way you can use this voicing is as a dominant 7th chord with flat 13 and flat 9. So I'm going to take these 4 notes and I'm going to put them on the first 4 strings now so I can reach this low F sharp. And if it's F sharp 7, that means we're in the key of B minor. So I'm going to play a 2-5-1 in the key of B minor. The fourth way this voicing can be used is as a sus flat 9 chord. So for E minor 7 flat 5, we can use that as a sus flat 9. You can think of it as whatever the root of the dominant chord is, you're playing minor 7 flat 5 chord from the 5th. So in this example, I'm using the A as a pedal note, so you can kind of hear that against most of these chord tones. And I'm going to alternate between A7 sus flat 9 and D major 7. Finally, the 5th way you can use this voicing is as a minor 6 chord. Minor 6 chords and minor 7 flat 5 chords have the same 4 chord tones. So if I wanted to spell G minor 6, that'd be G, B flat, D, E. G, B flat, D, E. This voicing is E, B flat, D, G. Same 4 notes, just in a different order with this particular voicing. And you'll see this chord written either as a minor 7 flat 5 chord or a minor 6 chord, depending on context. So minor 6 chords tend to be the 1 or 4 chord in a tune, whereas minor 7 flat 5 chords are usually the 2 chord in the key. So it helps show how the chord is functioning in a key, whether it's written one way or another. The example I have written for this one has G minor 6 9 and then this E minor 7 flat 5 voicing. I'm just thinking of it as another inversion of the same chord. Could be a little bossa or something. Now, if you want to get the PDF for this, I have each one of these examples written out in notation and tab and a sentence or 2 explaining each one a little bit. And then I have 2 chord studies that are in there, I guess you could call them. One is on April in Paris, and one is a 12-bar C minor blues. So what I did was I just spelled out some voicings on every chord in April in Paris. And in that one, I used this voicing 4 different ways. and every time I play this voicing, there's a little bracket there, or use this voicing, there's a bracket next to the chord, so you can kind of see every time I use it. The only voicing I didn't use in that one is, or the only way I didn't use it in that one is as a minor 6 chord. So then I wrote a course of a similar exercise on a C minor blues, so you can see how you can use these this voicing as a 1 minor chord in a C minor blues as well. If this is fairly new for you, or you're sort of seeing some of these shapes for the first time, or it's getting you thinking about how you can use the same set of notes different ways for the first time, then it might have occurred to you that you could go through this process not just with this one type of voicing, but with any chord voicing, and that's absolutely true. That's something that you can do to help you kind of open up the fingerboard and figure out more voicing choices and give you more options for voice leading and all that. And so part of what I'm hoping to impart on you, especially for those of you who are kind of new to seeing the fingerboard this way, is to try to get you to see different root notes on the fingerboard for the same set of notes. Now, most importantly, apply this to tunes that you're working on. Take any of these 2-5-1s or any of these sets of chords that I've shown you and apply them on the tunes that you're learning, tunes that you're working on. Try them in different places on the neck. This voicing I've done in the middle 4 strings. You can try it on the top 4 strings, etc., etc. You can get a lot of mileage out of this little lesson here if you do something like that. In any case, I hope you've enjoyed this lesson.